Hey, Jim.
Camera started. Oh, good. I decided to start it early this time. I noticed some of the other towns do that, and you have to wait for them.
Oh, it stays longer?
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. Fireplace.
Oh, yeah, I know where it is.
There's something else. Then call that some
Yeah, it's in the other one.
Maybe you want to leave it in there.
Oh, yeah, two over there. You work.
We can make it without it.
Yeah. Nathan was supposed to be here, but he must have forgotten.
No.
Hey, come on in, have a seat.
There's still more coming, looks like he's here.
Yep. We were just wondering if he's coming.
Oh, yeah.
You should get the front row or wherever you want to be, back, wherever. You can sit right there. Yeah, as soon as you do, you walk him to leave.
I got another 15 to go.
Sure, no problem. We'll start with you. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
It's all a matter of how long you want to make the chair, Nathan.
I told you yes.
Yes, to go after you.
Got it. Hey.
You're gonna talk all night long, right? Hey, Mike. Why?
Because that's what they do.
She said. That's what I heard. I think he's coming on.
Yeah. I don't really look at it.
I know.
I'm just wore out. I
Yeah.
felt bad all weekend. I'm just wore out. I don't even think I shouldn't be. Things didn't used to bother me too much. It takes 2 or 3 days to get over it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Is that clock wrong?
Yeah, I was talking about all. I got 45 seconds.
I got 1 minute till it's over. Oh, yes. That's
Let's
hard.
go. We're ready now.
Okay. Places everyone.
5, 4. I'm sure this thing is done. Hey, Charlie. Come on in.
Ball games.
Okay, 6 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order, November 10th, 2025, Denver City Town Council meeting. Let's stand and have an opening prayer from Nathan Ulrich, and then we'll do the pledge.
Let us be in the spirit of prayer, whatever that personally means to you. Our Heavenly Father that created our life and this earth, we just give thanks as we come into this Thanksgiving season. We just give so much thanks for our community. We give thanks for the people that live in it. We just give thanks for the servants and the public servants that work for the town, and for those that volunteer for the town, and for those that sit in the seats in front of us. We just give thanks for them. And we give thanks for the many generations of men and women that have sit in those seats and have created a path for us to follow. We just give thanks for the just ask that we live in harmony and peace and just be a blessed community and working together. In everybody's son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Sheriff, please call roll.
Sure. Jim McLean,
Present.
Mike Amick.
Here.
Debbie is absent. Gary Cole.
Here.
Jim King.
Thank you. Has everybody had a chance to check out the claims? If so, I'll accept the motion to accept those.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Have a motion to accept and a second to accept the claims for this month. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. And if you had a chance to look at the financials as well? If so, I'll accept that motion.
Make that motion as well. Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the financials for the month. All in favor? Opposed? And passed.
2 sets of minutes.
And this, we have the regular meeting last month, which was
October 13th,
October 13th.
October 23rd.
We'll start with that if we want to get a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the meetings from October 13th meeting of town council. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then the next meeting was October 23rd, the special meeting for the budget.
Make a motion. Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the meeting minutes from October 23rd. All in favor? Opposed? And it's passed as well. Thank you for that. We'll start off the meeting today with a public hearing, and it's to open the bids for the equipment that was listed in the newspaper. We'll start with the tractor. Are these just single bids for each one, Sherry? Or they all-
Yeah, they should.
So we have just one bid for the tractor,
No, I think that's,
or is that Massey Ferguson?
yes.
Okay, so we have two for it. First bid, $250 for the two Massey Ferguson 235 diesel tractor and attachments. Second bid, is a bid of $2,000 on the posted Massey Ferguson tractor. We need a motion to accept one of these, Bob. Is that what we need to do?
If that's what you choose to, you do have the right to reject all of them.
Right, so we can accept one or not, neither, right? Joe? Thoughts?
It's what it is, they look at it. Seem fair.
I think 2,000 is pretty fair bid on the
Yeah,
tractor.
I do. I felt like it was.
Motion to accept $2,000 bid on the tractor.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to accept a bid of $2,000. It's okay to say who that's from. James D. Payne, an amount of
He's
$2,000.
here, and he's here tonight.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Dang.
All in favor
Aye.
and opposed? All right, that one's done. And got one bid on the truck. And that is a bid of $1,000 on the GMC truck that was advertised. Any thoughts, questions?
Motion to accept.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept a bid of $1,000 for the GMC truck that was advertised. from James Payne. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, you have 2 new pieces of equipment.
Thank you.
And thank you for your, thank you for the
And you'll work.
Yeah, we
Make it happen, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll get together.
Okay. And I think that was it. Nothing else, no other conversation needed. We'll close the public hearing. All right, on to guests, Matthew Kane and Barry Ritter.
One.
Matthew's not here this evening.
Okay.
So you're stuck with me. Hey, good evening. I'm Barry Ritter. I'm a public safety consultant working on behalf of county commissioners, also a member of county council here in Wayne County. I'm here tonight to present to you the interlocal agreement between the county of Cambridge City and the Wayne County Commissioners, Wayne County Council. I emailed this to Sherry and asked that be shared with Bob. The County Attorney Ron Cross prepared this interlocal agreement, and it's for the 800 megahertz radio system. Approximately 2 years ago, the county council and county commissioners opted to use part of the ARPA dollars that the county had in the unrestricted fund, leveraged by some help dollars from the state, based on a recommendation of, believe it or not, a group of citizens across Wayne County who prioritize broadband and public safety communications. I've been in public safety here in Wayne County for a lot of years, and the radio system for volunteer fire departments has been deficient for the 40 years that I've been here, right, Nathan?
definitely.
And as part of this project, my team recommended that the county move to the 800 megahertz system as part of the Integrated Public Safety Commission's 800 trunk system, which is what your law enforcement communicates on today. And in as much, we built 2 towers in Wayne County, one in County Highway Garage and another up on Elliott Road, east of Fountain City, to help improve communications. The other part of that project was we bought mobiles, portables, and pagers for all of the fire departments in Wayne County. So this interlocal agreement transfers the ownership of that equipment from Wayne County commissioners to the town of Cambridge City. And you become responsible for maintenance, upkeep, and replacement of that equipment in future years. The amount of equipment being given to Cambridge City is just slightly over $71,000 in equipment. There are some requirements in the interlocal agreement that's placed upon the town. You can't give it away, you can't sell it, you can't loan it out. You have to track the inventory of this equipment. It was purchased with ARPA dollars, so we have to be able to track ownership. And the Integrated Public Safety Commission, upon request, if they want a list of your assets on the radio system, because the radio is not affiliated or it's being used improper, you as the town can say, well, that portable was assigned to firefighter X, or it's on this truck. You know where it's at. And then you assume maintenance and upkeep. I've talked to the fire chief about this, and the other requirement is he has to send a contingent of firefighters to the training that we'll be hosting in February at the county building to train all the firefighters in the county as to how to use their portable radios. Probably a side benefit for you is the Tower County Highway is going to enhance your ability because you're not relying upon Tower in Newcastle or in Richmond for your officers. So there is a larger benefit beyond the fire service for this. I guess that's a pretty high level overview. We're here to give you something. We just need you to approve the interlocal agreement. And with that, I'll answer any questions that you might have.
You have a copy of that with you.
I have 2.
Can I? Yeah.
I will tell you that I left the good copies at the office in Richmond, so I ran this at home. They're not pretty.
Because I don't want it with me.
I need,
And then,
I need 2 copies signed,
okay,
and then when council and commissioners approve this, I'll return a copy to you.
okay. Can we let Bobby want to take a look at this?
And if you don't want to sign this tonight, if you want to give Tom time to review it, I can
Just
just that
pass
later.
it, okay.
Okay.
You mentioned tracking inventory. Is there a specific way you request to do that, or just that we can show that it's being tracked?
Yeah, in that interlocal agreement is a list of all the equipment with all the serial numbers. And
So that's
simply all that.
the asset tag.
We're
is the
responsible to be able to find them then.
Yeah,
From
you just
that
have to be able to find it.
Serial number, okay.
Okay.
And warranties and all that.
But it has 1-year manufacturer warranty.
Great, I think what Reagan did you do?
And JVC Kenwoods.
Much appreciated.
So you just vote to approve?
Bob, do you want some time to review
It
it?
probably wouldn't hurt, although, I mean, what, they're basically given it to you, you're just agreeing to accept it with the conditions that he has now talked about on as far as the prohibition, as far as transferring it. So as long as you maintain it, want to, and will use the equipment, which there's no reason for you not to, I really don't have a problem with this.
Okay.
And we make a motion then to accept the interlocal agreement.
Mhm.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion, a second to accept the interlocal agreement for the radios for the fire department as presented. All in favor
Aye.
and opposed? We'll sign it tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's our goal to have this online in the first quarter of next year, and we'll be transitioning all the department copies. Yes. We're gonna maintain the VHF system as a backup, so just in case we're having issues.
You want to hold for a second, we'll have these signed.
Yeah,
Great,
we'll just
well,
go ahead
thank
and
you.
take care of it right now.
I'm glad you got this. Thanks, Nathan.
We could move on to unfinished business while we're signing these. And talk about the progress report on the blight.
Here, thank you.
That would be you, I think. Joe?
Yes,
Here's a-
the blue house up on Main that they put the roof on, they've not done anything else with that. And apparently the garage is opened up again. So I do have the contractor, building permit when they put the roof on. I can make contact that way and see when they're coming and
I
if,
can forward you that guy's email that I've been talking to too.
Okay.
That has his phone number too, I'm sure.
Okay.
And that's who actually owns it.
okay, because it's not been done since July 4th when they were here and tore the roof off.
This
And
is
he
6
indicated
months
they
that
could
you got
fly
it.
on it too, so.
It's looking worse.
Yes, it is.
But the roof is nice.
The roof looks very good.
Good job.
Did send out another letter, Friday, did have a complaint, up on Main Street. They do have chickens up there, so I sent them a letter. They are in town. So,
There you go. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
see some of it, that they have gotten better, they're making you got the list up there. Still working with, resident over on 4th Street, there is progress over there on John's place over there. Taking some time, but there was a lot of stuff to get moved out of there, a lot. Don't know about the Parkway, I'm still getting with Bob on some of these lighted houses here for, information back on them. Like I said, a couple of them went to tax sale this past, October, and 2 went on tax sale, and the 2 came off. We've gotten 1 deed letter, on Jones Street. So once that is taken over, whatever that process is, he should be getting started. I have his number on the desk too.
So we need to get with him
Get with him and see
right
what he's
away
doing.
and then
Yes,
give him a
he's
timeline
on what he's
on
doing.
progress.
Still no contact with 140 Church Street. That one's in foreclosure.
Where's that?
140 East Church, right on the corner of Church and Plum. We mowed it once or twice now. The garage has been open. It's in foreclosure. Message the company that has,
Southwest corner there?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
yeah, that White House there. No contact has been made, or they've not contacted me. So, could have another one over on Parkway. One of the houses, that Kenny Weston came in and asked, the house next to him is leaning on his. I've talked to them. They're trying to get the foundation. The front corner is sinking, so they have foundation jacks to get that back up, to get that weight off of his house.
We do have an extension to the, till the end of 26.
So that's,
Demolition.
yes, that's what
Two
I,
houses.
yes. So hopefully I can get that information, figure out who's got these properties, and then get on with them, and get them tore down, and get some progress going again.
This house actually physically touching.
It's on, it's cracked his corner.
How long has that been open?
I've
I've never seen that before.
Where is that?
Right.
It's
around-
307, 307, 309 Parkway.
Several years.
So you can see
Oh, geez.
his corner, the corner folding for the siding is cracked where his house is touching. And it's right there with 315 Parkway that we're trying to get something done on the hole. So I'm working with them to try to get some of this stuff done. It was going, people were cleaning up, but we've come back, we've fallen back into that where people aren't taking care of stuff. And all you need to do is pick up your trash. I mean, it's not that difficult, I don't think.
The lights are fired.
It's just aggravating to say the least. But anyway, we had a good day. Only had one truck go down, so we're good. But it's back up.
Could we get Steve involved in the ordinance?
Somewhat. We have, leaf season's about done, so.
Yeah.
Should slow down where I can get some things done.
Well, this is better.
It is better.
A lot better.
One of the good news is the building downtown is being worked on as well.
Yes, hi-hats, they got contractor in here and they took, there was 3 layers on there. Whoever built that building did not attach it, that back where that wall separated was not attached to the rest of the building. That's what caused that. So all of that's torn off. They're putting beams every 4 to 6 feet all the way to the top, running 5/8 rebar down and putting that into connecting and actually joining those 2 buildings together. And they're using center block to put that back up.
We appreciate you working with these people, and getting
Yeah,
the communication.
Yeah.
I know it takes a lot of time, but we do appreciate that.
He did send a letter. If you guys would like to read, Gary, I think you've seen it
I've
already.
seen it.
If you guys like to see it, he sent a letter and he appreciates us giving him, working with him to get that done. And they got funding grant to get this done and get it going.
It's a
He
good.
seemed like he really wanted it too. I mean.
Yeah, he was pretty worried about it.
Did they give
I would be
when
too.
that might be done?
The contractor told him a few weeks, depending on weather, that he would have that, they'll get that fixed, and then as soon as they get that lot fixed, they're moving to the front to take the awning off.
When I saw all that, I figured that we really didn't need a letter to declare that safe building because of what they were doing.
They were
Yeah,
Yeah, they were pretty adamant.
they're working.
Yeah, he moved pretty quick on it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Yeah, it's costing me money, so
Yeah.
I think that's, house is light and stuff.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? All right, we'll move on to update on the masonry work for the city building.
No update. It's the wrong time of year. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
We got one building.
I wouldn't want to start a project right now.
So that'll be delayed until spring sometime.
I'll wait now.
East Church Street Animal Concerns and receiving donations. Gary, you want to talk on that?
Well,
While he's talking, going to pass out the ordinance.
oh, sure. I was in contact with the veterinarian from the Animal Care Alliance, and she sent a very nice response about a program that they have. And I will read the whole thing, but basically it's a trap neuter release program. She thinks it's the best option for handling this colony. The Animal Care Alliance has some days, usually weekend days, when they do a clinic. In addition to sterilizing the cats, they will also get vaccinated for rabies, FV, RCP, and flea treated. Minor medical issues are also taken care of. If there is a very sick cat and recovery is unlikely, humane euthanasia may be performed. Testing is typically not done unless they are ill, and the results of the test will inform us that they are euthanized rather than treatment should be performed. The key to stabilizing the colony is to get a minimum of 75% of the cats sterilized. I just got Wayne County signed up for a colony cat tracking website where colony caretakers can upload information regarding the specific colony. This just happened the last few days, so I haven't had a chance to familiarize with it myself. Cost-wise, it's roughly $60 a cat to get fixed, vaccinated, flea treatment. We have some grant money available, but it helps tremendously if the colony caretakers or Cambridge City can contribute to the total cost as well. I haven't been in any further contact with her because I didn't know what council wanted me to do or what we should do legally. But I suggest setting up a fund where the town itself can't afford to do anything, but I offered to contribute $1,000, and other people have mentioned to me that they're willing to contribute as well. And if we would do something like this, so I guess it's kind of up to everyone if we should pursue this, what you feel about it, and how we go about getting donations, and as far as line items or whatever we need financially. So I guess Bob got the information and you.
Yes, and as a result, I wrote this ordinance about creating a new stray and feral cat donation fund, if that's your choice. That it talks about the problems that every town is having with cats out of control, and that there are people that might be willing to donate to help address the. I don't think you're going to ever solve it completely, but at least work your way towards that way. And it says, as you can see in there, that it would help you would be paying to help neuter the cats, treat those that are treatable, and potentially find homes hopefully for those able to be adopted. And so some of these, of course, stray are those that are pets and not so unfriendly with people. Feral are the more non-communicative ones, so I refer to both of them in this fund. And this is a fund that then would not have to be reverted at the end of the year to the general fund. So it's non-reverting that can continue on year to year. It's very similar to what we did for the Capitol Hill Cemetery Fund and some others. And so this would create this for this purpose, if that is your choice.
How often would they be willing to come over and run a program like this, and how long does it last?
I don't know, Mike, because I thought we needed more guidance before I contacted her again. So that's the last time I've heard from her, because I'm not communicating more with her. So I thought if I got some guidance tonight, then I would maybe go over and see her, or we could go talk to her and find out.
Yeah, I'd like to go with you. if we will.
Yeah. I thought I'd make an appointment with her if this was agreeable to everyone and we wanted to go this route.
I think it'd be a great idea to go ahead and set up the fund to show that we are participating. And I do think there might be some other monies available from other areas. But like she says, it's always just good to show that we're going to participate monetarily.
Mhm.
So,
What ordinance number was this issue?
7.
So this would be 7-2025 for your consideration.
And this would just be a line item.
No.
It would not be a line in the budget, it would just be separate from the budget, completely set aside. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Cool.
Am I allowed to speak here?
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm Jim Walker. I live down here on Church Street, and one of the people have to live with this. I commend you all for trying to do something about this. I'm really grateful and appreciate it. It's really nice, the stabilization, I should say, of the colony. Doesn't fully get rid of the problem, but, 20 sterilized cats, still 20 sterilized cats. Still have issues. He's feeding the cats down there on the porch of 140 Church now, East Church, on there, not even on his
I
own
know he's
porch.
not gonna let them starve. I've been told that, so
Yeah,
he did say that.
and we've asked him to cut down on the cow. Every time, and I've been to 2 of these meetings, I don't know if there may have been one other since I've been here, and we tried to trap and turn them in, over to the animal control. Anytime we do that, a certain amount of cats disappear for a period of time and come back on there. But my fear is, just like the other day, watched the wife's car come home. I got cat prints. They're $16. Cat walked on it. I know it's kind of petty, but it's $16. Same thing. Got new trucks. Got a bed cover on it. Very expensive. I saved for down payment for almost 2 years. It's a 3-year-old truck, but the bed cover on it's $1,200. Okay, that happened to come with it. But now cats get up there, and I've had them do it on my tarp for my boat, scratch or claw, sharpen or whatever they do when they do that. How do I get my stuff fixed? That type of thing. But my concern with that, I'm not a cat hater, anything, but there's just a number of cats, is there any way we can put a limit on that, or ordinance for no feeding stray cats within the city limits, or whatever. I mean, it is kind of a burden on us, tracking stuff in, cleaning carpet. We got to do that. Can't hire a carpet cleaner every time it happens. That type of thing on there. But I just didn't thought I'd throw that out there. That helps with any conversation here. So, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
I will say I had concerns as well about just the sterilization, but I did kind of do some looking into it as well, and I do think it reduces, and not immediately, but it does much quicker than I realized that it does reduce the colony over a year or two. And I know that doesn't take care of your problem right now, but the problem is, I'm not sure. And, I don't know if there's some ordinance we can do about feeding cats or anything like that. I don't.
It'd be tough.
I know, but, so I guess.
Even if it's on somebody else's property?
What's that?
Even if it's on somebody else's property?
Well, no,
Yeah, I
you
suppose
could
it's
probably do that,
trespassing.
that'd be trespassing.
Yeah.
But if a cat comes on your own property and you want to feed it, how do you make that illegal? Not that, I understand the problem, but it's, how do we legally address it?
And the population should decrease pretty rapidly over a year or so, and so hopefully that will take care of most of the problem. But yeah, I get it. I wouldn't want somebody feeding a bunch of cats next door to me, especially in an abandoned property. That would, because it's just going to bring them in.
Right. And there's a lot of drop-offs too. Over time, people come in, throw them out.
If they find someplace where
Yeah,
somebody's going to
because
take care of them.
they know
Yeah.
somebody's gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Not that it'd be a full answer, because I don't know what a judge would do, but I suppose you could take a civil action and sue them for creating a nuisance in your neighborhood. You'd have the burden of proof to show that they were creating it, they were doing something unreasonable, it was harming you. It would not be up to the town, but it would be between you and whatever person you're doing it. But I'm sure they would defend it by saying thought they were doing a good deed.
Sure.
And so what a judge would do, I have no idea, but it's an option you could consider. Talk to a lawyer. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I realize it's tough. Just like this,
Yeah.
Keep my truck inside for 2 years. It makes it kind of tough. And then, like I said, the occasions where we've done it in trap or come to the town council, some comes out in the newspaper, some of the cats disappear for, a short period of time and then slowly come back. Stuff, like I said, he's been feeding them on that 140 down there. He's made cat boxes for them, that kind of thing on there. And
I've got a question. Who actually catches them to do this program?
I think the Animal Care Alliance has workers that come and do that I understand. I haven't asked specifically in the type
I've seen
of
that
letter.
work in Richmond.
Yeah.
Fortunately, easy to catch.
Yeah, we'll have some more details.
Well, to get more details, I fear, and this is sad, but I fear that a lot of them are probably ill. And, in some cases like that, humane euthanasia may be the best option. Like I say, there was a stray cat that came to my house. He was very tame, and I was going to bring him in the house, and I took him up to the veterinarian, and he had FIV. So the veterinarian said the best, kindest thing would be to put him to sleep because he could infect other cats. So, I spent the money and I had that done. I didn't want to, but, they said they would make the determination if there were ill animals, that they would humanely do this. And that's a more humane way of handling that than to let them just be ill. So I think they would make that determination. But again, when Mike and I go visit the veterinarian, we can ask these specific questions. It just seemed to be that this was somewhat of an option, and if we have people, I think, who would be willing to donate. They realize it's a problem. They want to see the humane thing done. So that's kind of where we are, and some kind of solution that maybe we can offer.
Yes, and again, I appreciate
Right, very much
Helping.
appreciate having this start something.
So how can we move this forward?
What do I
What do we do? I don't know. Do we approve this?
Take a motion to create this account on ordinance 7/2025.
So moved.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion.
No, that's fine.
And a second to approve ordinance 7/2025 to establish the fund for stray and feral cats. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then from there, I think, Gary, that'll be established. You can make your donation. We can ask other people to donate.
So is this something that I could put on social media to say, could they bring their donations to the
Sure,
city building?
no, we have a fund that could do that, yeah.
Do they make the check out to Town of Heber City then, and that will go on that account?
Yes.
And then you can follow up with, you and Mike can follow up here.
Yeah, we'll
In
follow up
favor
with the
or not?
veterinarian.
I'm in favor.
In favor, sign it, in favor, sign it.
All right, Gary, thank you.
Is there anything you can do to get the bowls off the porch of that house?
Take it.
The bowls where it's feeding those cats or?
I think that's still private property. We don't know that he doesn't have permission to do it either. I mean, I'm sure he probably doesn't, but
Yeah,
I can't trespass on the property either if, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? We can check on it.
No, makes sense.
Even the property owners know where
Do you want to do my paperwork?
we found it, right? I mean, the property owners out of state.
The property owner doesn't know.
Come back Wednesday and do it.
Oh, really? I thought it was just William Capital.
But I'll
Next
get
year.
it.
That's who-
That's
Yes.
bank
The
maybe, but
bank on, yes.
Okay.
But the people that were in there lived in Milton Mall.
unless I do, I can keep it up
Thank
on
you.
the Walnut
Thank
Hill.
you. They're not going to.
They've done nothing.
They're not going to.
Just the vertical one.
So Mike's not taking all the trash is there.
I haven't seen any activity there either for a while. I don't know if you guys see anybody over there at all.
Oh, no, they took it.
Well, we'll leave it on for next month as well and see what Gary finds out.
Okay, appreciate it.
I think there is ordinance on the number of cats you can own, but the problem we had in the past was he doesn't claim them, he's just feeding them. So
Yeah. That's what the responsibility, the kids are going to my house, takes over and tells us he don't want them, but it's like,
And he's
Mom's
got a
over here.
video on his phone.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we know what's doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up on the agenda is South Walnut Street property sale.
That notice will go in the paper this Thursday, and then 2 weeks from this Thursday, we had that, because of the time frame, you had to publish it twice, and because of the time it had to be between publication and meeting, and between the two publications, there was no way we could get it in following, if you recall, we did give an appraisal on that for the $7,500. I did, in doing an old search, I hope this does not create a major problem. This was deeded to the town in 1900. And that deed to the town in 1900 had this provision that the town could never get rid of it unless they sold it to somebody for commercial purposes. And so we will have to disclose that. I'm doing some research to see if there's any way we can get out of it. It did say that that restriction could be lifted. It had to be within manufacturing interest. And the only way the town could get rid of that is if the 2/3 of all the property owners voted to allow this to be sold to somebody else. I'm not sure you want to have a special election just for.
Call it Wayne County, see what that cuts.
So I'm looking to see if the length of time would allow us to remove that restriction or tell people to buy it. They've got at least, there was a partial sale of it earlier on to an adjoining property owner. And as long as they say, yeah, we may put some kind of manufacturing commercial interest on it, I'd be happy to say, okay, that's all you have to say, because who's going to be hurt? Who's going to say anything else? But I did find that in that 1990s.
Well, we have one person that's interested in it. So what business do you gonna put on there?
Make
Say
cat
something.
Cat traps. You didn't hear me.
Or mulch.
Mulch. Go down there and
Did you
make
hear
cat
Mike,
traps.
Charlie?
Everybody make
Cat
cat traps.
traps.
You sell it around.
All right, so that's, so we'll end this summer meeting.
Okay.
Very good.
Did you have any questions
No.
before?
I'm
Okay.
glad I came though, because that's interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, put it on December.
Next up is further discussion on land bank participation.
I put that on there because I didn't know if you guys wanted to
Yeah.
skip it or not do anything.
Yeah, so we need to discuss that because I think Valerie is expecting some kind of answer from us about the town's participation. So I did ask for some clarity because it did come up in the newspaper. Thank you, Chris. That the town or the county was going to invest money for the towns in this project, but in discussing with Valerie, she said, well, there's truth to that, but the difference is, A, they'd like to get all the money they can into this land bank money, but they also, she said, by us participating, that basically gives us a seat on the board for the land bank. So we have somebody on the board that can actually participate and sway possibly, decisions. So that would be the difference. Now, I will say, I did hear that Centerville and Hagerstown are not going to participate. So
I don't know.
I'm interested in what you all
Do
think.
we have the money? $5,000.
No.
We don't have the money, then that's her answer, isn't it? We don't have the money.
No, they don't have that.
So
I mean, but
that's the answer.
Well, the question is, we don't have the money now, but I mean, is it possible we'll have the money next year? So we're going to participate, we won't participate till next year. I mean, I'm just trying to throw things out.
What funds can this money come from?
Well, I think you can budget it whatever you want. If you haven't, but we're already
yeah,
short.
we're already short for next year.
Well, we're $300 of
Yeah.
maxing out, so if you add this, you probably have to subtract something else.
So we'll have to rob something to make that happen. That doesn't sound plausible right now.
I mean, we couldn't even come up with the money for the bricks outside,
Yeah, I'd rather fix the front of the city.
for
I
the
mean,
falls.
we know we're gonna get something from that. We know what our return's gonna be. I don't know what the returns are on investment of that $5,000.
So my
It still seems kind of vague.
So my opinion is, so the EDC is managing this along with a substantial amount of money coming from Ready, $5.1 million. That money is coming in to do a number of projects within Richmond and also for the county. I don't know the exact number. It's either think it's $2 million is going to go for blight and downtown revitalization. And some of that money will come to the towns. And the money that did come in that $5.1 million is somewhat due to Cambridge City and a couple other towns putting in proposals for projects where for downtown revitalization, like other people down on Main Street, were able to apply for funds for a number of businesses got grants for investing in their buildings downtown. The likelihood of us getting that opportunity again goes up if we have a voice, in my opinion. That's only an opinion, that's not a stated position by anybody. So, which is what happened in the last grant activities, is that Jim participated in HELP, and I participated in READY, and he participated in READY. When you have a voice, you can state what your opportunity is as a town. And that's what you have as a vision for the town. And I think if you don't have a voice, you're not able to persuade or convince money. So to me, $5,000 is table stakes. That's all. And maybe that's a bad way to characterize it, but it is. It's about us having a voice. And so I'm very positive about doing this. But then again, I have vested interests downtown, as we all do, I guess, as citizens. But so
It's kind of like, it's catch-22, this problem, you know. I agree with you, Jim. Obviously, we got some money for things because we did some participation, but again, we got the issue of where's that money coming from?
Where did this money come from before the land bank? Because I understand the land bank is something that's being created.
that's
correct?
to
So the money came through some channel prior to a land bank being created.
now what happened is people would out of state or others would buy properties at a low price, and the land bank is about helping to protect and to obtain properties that are being sold off or derelict or whatever, and then that land bank takes them on and has a process to help find investors to improve those properties.
Is this program different than the trust that is buying them through the foundation? Are you aware of that?
Yes, it's different.
Yeah,
Land bank is something that a lot of towns have put in place to put it. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to at least make purchases strategically. So if we had a property here in town that something needed to be done with, but there were no buyers, the land bank could buy it and then work with a future owner at some point. Now, I will admit, of course, admit's the wrong word, but a majority of the thinking of this board and that fund will go towards Richmond, in my opinion, especially with maybe Hagerstown and Centerville not participating. But at least if we're participating, we have a voice. So that's my thoughts. And if we can't find the money, there are ways we can figure out some of it.
Such as, say more.
Scratch
What else?
Yeah.
There may be, I mean, if we looked at the budget, there may be some things that we have put in a general category for
Sure.
capital improvement. That, is this a capital improvement?
Yeah, could be.
You might be, I'm thinking of edit money for next year.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it's a good program.
I think it's a
I
good
think it's a
program
great
too.
program. I
It's-
just,
I know. It's
Well, my
scared to
concern
bite
is,
the
good to
bullet.
have a vote.
Jim kind of touched on it, my concern is if we don't participate,
We're gonna not get it.
we're not going to get it. Because.
Well, that doesn't mean we wouldn't.
No, it
It's just,
doesn't mean.
we may just be perfectly fine without participating. I just think we have a voice.
And it makes sense.
And we may not
Makes
get
sense.
it.
Can it be approved but subject to funding next year rather than this? Or even this, I mean, is there still some edit money that is not being used this year that would fall into a category that this can be justified?
Probably, because we didn't use all edit for your truck.
We used
My local
some edit money on that, I thought, that we were gonna use for the planning. We shifted it over to the truck. So what you're saying is, we would participate, but we're gonna have to use funds from next year.
Well, maybe if there's something that's gonna be going unused this year, that might even be better because of the budget you've already approved for next. year. And then that way we could do an amendment, a transfer, in-house transfer between one fund and another
So,
this year.
so a perfect example of what Jim's talking about is the health program. Centerville and Hagerstown did not participate, and we did. We ended up getting, by my estimation, town ended up with somewhere around $2 million of health money coming into our town. Some of it for the performance venue, some of it for downtown revitalization, some of it for blight, and, you know, so there was a huge benefit on participation for that. And,
We have 3,000 in machinery and equipment, that's all that's left in edit.
That's all it's left in it?
That hasn't been spent.
When is the drop dead date for an answer on this?
And that's 3,000, so I mean, it's just,
I think I thought she wanted it before the next
yeah, she would,
meeting.
She was pretty,
she'd like to at least know that we're gonna participate, I think is the main thing, right? So I'm not sure we have to present her with a check.
Especially if it's money for next year.
$3,000
And-
payment.
Maybe they'd let us participate at $3,000, I don't know.
what about the SIG tax,
The what?
CCI, the cigarette tax, could we, there's like 4,000. That usually we use for paving.
That we're not even using this year.
February.
We may have to do a transfer from one fund to another by at your December meeting. If you guys really want to do it, Sherry and I can look at your funds and your money left in all your funds before the year ends and see if there's anything in there. We probably can find.
If we have if we have funds that haven't been tagged for something already for this year, that makes me feel more comfortable than going ahead and saying, let's spend $5,000 we don't know that we have in the budget.
I think that's.
I mean, because we're at the end of the year now anyhow, we're,
Right.
I agree, we can't spend what we don't have.
right.
So there may be ways.
We can find the money.
Did you look at the other capital outlays and edit?
What is it?
Other capital outlays in the edit fund?
Let's see. Other capital outlays. Sidewalk, street, and alleys, yeah, that was, milestone, issues on paving, milestone. 15,000,
Oh,
Angel Ave.
that's right, that's right. Sorry. Get notes up.
Can we do a motion then just pending that we find,
Provided that we can find funds available, we could approve that and finalize it in the December meeting. Make necessary transfer between funds. Would that even be something that you could split half from our tax funds and half from the water funds?
Mhm.
Because water, you know you have some cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any of that future investment, I think, could be justifiable on your water department.
Correct. So we used all of the 3,000 and we just did even 2,000 from water.
Mhm.
There you go.
that's not gonna leave us short on anything.
For the water.
I think things coming up that money was possibly going to be used for.
Not a minute.
Just, it's almost 2,000 less you can put into the tank.
Maybe we don't do that.
36,000 goes in the end. Instead of 38.
Does somebody want to make?
I'll make a motion, we, as a council, support joining the land bank participation with a definition of the funds in the December, or fund availability.
Close.
Finding availability.
Subject to finding $5,000 available from an existing fund that could be transferred into it. You're moving to approve your $5,000 contribution to the land bank.
What he said.
Yeah, what do you think?
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Very good.
All right, we have a motion and a second from what Bob's great explanation
Now,
was.
I hope I caught all that. That might be
What's on
dangerous
TV?
if not. That's right.
To participate at $5,000 to the land bank with the EDC. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I think that's,
Will the member on that board have to be a member of this board, or will it be a member that we select from the
I think we would-
resident?
they haven't established that, but I think we would name who that
Could be.
board
Okay.
is.
So it's somebody we appoint then?
I think that's the way it works. I know that Richmond's do. There's a bunch of.
Is that one more name on this?
Yeah.
Is it not a crowd?
My understanding is we would name who the board member was. It wouldn't have to be one of us. It could be
Right,
somebody.
okay.
Chair, the fine print, I think you're gonna have to go 2 pages.
Holy cow, I know.
It's straining
I
your
can't even
eyes.
read it.
Did Debbie leave her magnifying glass here? Nah, she must have.
Okay.
Moving on, update on 131, we've already talked about, correct?
Yes.
Which is good news. Deeper discussion of town ordinance and living in a town.
One cannot live in a tent in your town.
We knew that.
Your section 15305 adopts your state building codes, and your state building codes are requiring to have proper restrooms, et cetera, in any home dwelling, et cetera. And if one violates that state building code, they are in violation of your town code according to section 153.16. And any violation of that can result in a fine according to 153.99 and 10.99, of fines up to $2,500, plus you can sue for an injunction to prohibit them from staying in that town.
Mercy.
Another letter.
So how much time you had given?
How much time do they have then if we send that letter?
That's what, I mean. you
Whatever
can
we-
do
we
anything,
can-
whatever warning you can give, you want to give them. But I mean, it makes common sense. If somebody thought they really could permanently live in a tent, then they need to rethink their position.
They probably are tonight. Anyhow. I wouldn't want to be living in a tent tonight.
They did it all last one.
They
Did they really?
No heat.
Now, does that need to come from me, from the town, or
Me or you, or the president of council, anybody who wants, your police chief, we're all able to cite someone, we're all able to cite someone for that kind of violation.
I just want to make sure because.
We could draw laws later to see who
Hold on. Both can.
Yeah, all four of us could sign.
Yep.
I didn't want to sign it with you.
And I'm happy to write it down too, to cite these things.
That's perfect.
All right, thank you.
So is that going to the December meeting? An update?
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on to Bealsmore Survey of Cemetery Land.
Well, still on old business, you want to talk about selling the roller?
Yes. We'll do that. Let's do Bealsmore first.
Okay.
And then we'll go back.
Well, I thought you
That's still an
were-
unfinished business.
I'm sorry, I thought you were moving on.
Oh, that's all right. Is that you? Cemetery lots?
Yes, I have contacted them and talked to their secretary. Their field guy was supposed to get back with me a week and a half ago, and I've not heard anything. So I will call them again tomorrow.
All right, we'll put it on this.
So, yeah, it's hard to return the call. Anyway.
Okay.
Now.
Now we'll talk about the roller, and I think we have an interlocal agreement there too, right?
Yes.
So this was discussed at the last meeting about entering this agreement with Dublin to sell them that roller. $400, correct?
And we're making it very clear that they understand it's not in current working condition, therefore you're making no warranty to it, and they are taking it as is.
And did we already vote to enter into this interlocal agreement?
You voted in concept, but I think it's still actually approved the agreement
Okay.
tonight. And then, I don't know if you saw the email shared, Julie will pick it up tomorrow, and we'll approve it tomorrow night.
Oh, we're closed tomorrow
Oh.
for Veterans Day, yeah.
He's on their meeting tomorrow night, so I'm gonna get it to him somehow, because I will be at the meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
We do need approval on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move to approve the interlocal agreement for the sale of a roller for $400 to the city of Dublin.
Second.
Have a motion and second to approve this interlocal agreement with the town of Dublin for the non-working roller in the amount of $400. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can we sign this one?
We're just cleaning up all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'll make some room. If I get some barrels out of there, that'd be even better. And the two big Miller signs, three.
Jim also has for his garage.
You want both of them? I'll bring them up, we'll put them on the truck.
What's that?
The Miller signs down at the Miller building. There's three of them back there.
We'll talk about that.
Making room.
We do need to talk about that. I think that's another auction or something.
Yeah.
So I think
Somebody might
think there's money there.
I think so
Yeah,
too. I agree. I thought that since I started here. I saw them back there.
Moving on to new business. Discussion to increase the opening and closing fees for Sundays and holiday burials.
Well, that was brought up because we had a Sunday burial, and I gave you a copy of the sheet that just showed basically, we always try to persuade when they call and say they have a weekend burial, Saturday, Sunday, or holidays. It's $600 for the opening and closing, and then if you look at your sheet for Saturday, it's an additional $200, and then for Sunday, it's an additional $300. Well, this particular funeral, it took two guys, it's always two guys, right, to work it. So there were 4 hours. And if you look at Ryan and Ron were the two that worked it, and it's just right under $300. But if it would have been Ken and Ryan, we would have been over $300. So we wouldn't have made enough to even pay the overtime on those two. So I know it's not to make money on this, but it's at least to just cover the overtime. So we just changed this last year. We increased it. But I'm not
We only
sure.
increased, I don't know, did we increase the additional charges as well, or just the?
I think we might have just increased the opening and closing,
I think you're right.
and then we did, I don't think we did increase. Do you remember, Bob? I don't think we did.
I'd have to-
It seemed like we only
So-
increased the one and we didn't do the other one.
They're pretty good about being there, having the body at the cemetery before 2. They're pretty good about that because they don't want to pay $150 more. But the Saturday and Sunday, most people who have those funerals, they're adamant to have a weekend funeral. And, I just want to make sure we're covering our costs.
our cost and our guys' time. I mean, I understand it's a loss of a loved one, I get it, understand it, but our people also have lives too, and that takes time out of their day.
Yeah.
And it's not covering the cost of the town. With as full as those, new sections are getting, it takes two people, because we're having to back all the way down these roads now in order to get to them. And if it's one person trying to back down through there, we're gonna start hitting headstones, and we're gonna get into a whole other thing. That's why I've got two guys there, it's compacted.
Safety too.
Yes, we need two people there. So we're not making money on this. Not that, like Sherry said, it's not about making money, but it is at the end of the
They're
day.
still burning fuel
Yes.
and all that
Maintenance,
stuff.
all of it.
So this makes sense? Is anybody gonna push back on this? Is this, I mean, not that.
I don't
Maybe
think.
it doesn't matter, but what, I mean, is there a reason we haven't done it before or we just didn't do it?
We just never,
It just- yeah.
I mean, we,
Okay.
I mean,
We just
after
didn't-
this week, because, I mean, they were up here 4 hours, and Ryan was on, had water tests last weekend. So he was already up here for the 2 hours for water test, and then came back up here for burial. So his day is shot.
So what's the recommendation? Are we going to?
I'm 300.
we're at 300 now. That's what we're at.
Saturdays 2 and Sundays 3
Saturdays,
and holidays.
Sunday and holidays are 300.
So what,
Is that the only issue, Sunday and holidays, or Saturday?
They're pretty good as far during the week. They're pretty good, but on the weekend stuff,
I think Saturday and Sunday.
We have to pay this on Saturday as well as
We
Sunday?
have to pay, yeah.
that's time and a half. on
Saturday's
Saturday.
time and a half, so that would be, yeah, that's just double time on Sunday.
I think, my opinion, I think needs to be an additional 300 on top of that.
Why is Sunday different than Saturday? I'm not sure.
Sunday is double time.
So anybody who works Sunday gets double time.
Double time,
Saturday, it's
yeah,
get time and a
Time
half.
and a half, yeah. Time and a half on Saturday, and Sunday and holidays is double.
Probably your own personnel policy.
so Saturday is not covered either. I mean, we haven't covered our costs either for Sunday.
We're probably right on top of it on Saturday too. Yes.
I mean, it looks like about 150 more each day.
Yeah. Well, we can table it to next month, or we can make a recommendation today.
Make a motion that we add $150 each day.
Second.
Makes sense.
And what?
$150 each
So-
day
So
charge.
Saturday would be 350, and Sunday would be 450, and holidays.
Because even if it's time and a half. So,
We define holidays in there.
or maybe it's not, maybe not 150.
Our holidays are in our policy.
The holidays are defined by us, not,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so-
Yes,
I think 150 on each day would put it, or is it 100?
And where do we make these changes? Is this something that,
we haven't,
It's 96.25. in the
Yeah.
code.
so it's a change to our ordinance?
ordinance, and then I let the funeral director.
So we
know.
need a motion to change our ordinance to these amounts.
All
And
right.
Yes.
that's what you're doing?
Yes.
Do I have a second? I have a motion, a second, to change the ordinance for closing graves on Saturday from 200 to 350, Sunday and holidays from 300 to 450.
I mean, since you are making a change to the code, we need to do an ordinance to that effect that I can have ready for you.
Okay, so you need to make the ordinance up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we-
But we can make it effective
You can-
right now, right? Or do we need to,
If
Okay.
possible, if you can
We can
live
wait.
with this,
we,
hope there
I
aren't any
would
Saturday,
say
Sunday.
December, yeah, that makes sense, and that gives them time to,
Okay,
then, and
so
then.
you'll bring a new ordinance to us.
Okay,
I recede or take back or whatever the word is.
okay,
Delayed.
all right, so.
All right, so that goes into
December.
December. Then we have an approval to accept 2 donations to the fire department.
Mhm.
One from Black Locust Productions for use of the tower truck, and $75 in memory of Ron Jackson, Turpin family.
Yes.
Somebody want to make a motion to accept those donations?
So I'll make a motion that we accept the 2 donations for the fire department, $250 from Black Locust Productions and $75 in memory of Ron Jackson from the Turbin family.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the two donations, as Mike noted, 250 from Black Locust and 70 in memory of Ron Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for those donations. And then a reminder of the Winter Wonderland event, Saturday, November 29th, that the Cambridge City Chamber of Commerce puts on.
Lighting up the Christmas lights in the park,
Get horse put up.
the courts put up.
I'll do that.
Okay.
How long do you need to do that?
That'd be probably a good time to mention that we did vote sometime back to go forward with security cameras, providing we got the funds from the foundation. I'll tell you that we got that approval from them, and they have ordered the equipment to put up the security cameras. So
Awesome.
hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, those will be going up. So
That's a good thing.
Yes, good thing. Thank you.
We wanted to talk about the interlocal criminal development. That's why I wanted to copy that.
we just did the,
No,
No, that's
please.
please.
Oh,
Oh,
that copy don't.
Yeah,
That's why you wanted it.
I was down here earlier talking to Sherry about the interlocal agreement with Dublin regarding police. That actually expires at the end of this year. And so that needs to be updated. Our next meeting probably. Last time it was done for 3 years. We kept the first year same as it was currently because we didn't want to. Dublin had already done their budgeting just like they have now, so we didn't want to, throw extra in on them that first year. So I think we're at the same spot again, but we would probably want to look at it if we want to increase the, if we want to do a 3-year contract again and where that needs to be. So I think currently we're at $16,500 a year. Is that right?
16,500.
I will say prior to that, contract had been 7 years before we increased it.
Do we have time to get that in place?
Pardon?
Do we have time to get it in place for January?
Yep, I mean, both of you would meet again in December.
So the question is what, do we want to recommend a different rate or we want to carry it over or what are we going to do?
Do we have any way of itemizing or separating out what we actually spend time-wise and fuel-wise and all that kind of stuff?
I think that's the only thing I can really do is the call volume.
Right.
What we do call volume wise, and it's pretty much stay consistent.
Yeah.
We'll spike or go down once in a while, but it's pretty consistent.
And we all think that 16 was the 5, whatever was fair. I mean, 3 years is a long time to, carry the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, our wages go up every year.
Yes.
So,
So I'm thinking that everybody around here wages increased like 3% a year here in town over that 3 years. I don't know what Dublin has done.
Plus the cost of fuel.
Fuel and
Wear and tear. I don't know. If you have any-
our officers have all, like I said, their pay is all going up, so their time is.
It probably needs to be increased a little bit. We haven't had that discussion with them for a while, so. Like I said, our call volume's pretty much staying the same, but the cost of everything else has went up, so.
What you did before was you left it the same for that first year of the 3, and then you did a 10% increase. You look at that when it went from 15.
right for the fall. 2 years, yeah.
So it's been 16.5 for 2 years, not 3 years.
Right, it's been that for 2 years.
So we'd be looking at 2 years of cost of living or cost of doing business.
Which averages out about 3 1/3% each year.
I was gonna say 6% or somewhere in that range. That'd be what, 600.
If we did 10% again, it'd be 18,150, I think, if I my calculations are right.
10% in 2 years is a pretty big jump.
unless you do a second year, third year.
Yeah.
Split the rate. Has the town of Dublin approached us on this?
No,
So they might not have service as of January if they don't, I mean, how does that work?
as you probably didn't realize it was, the contract was about
So we're not, I don't go there. It's not like we're.
We can make it progressive over the next 3 years. I mean, it'd be like 3.5% each year to come up to 10.5% over that time period or something. I don't know.
Well, what we did last time, we didn't do it in the first year because they already done the project.
The budget,
Right.
I think we just did 10%
the second.
total for the second and third year. It wasn't 10% per year, it was
Right.
10% total.
Yeah. It stayed static at 16.5.
They've been, even at that, it's been quite a few years since we raised it.
Yeah.
At that time.
Right.
Do we have to have a position tonight that we take to them, or do we just go talk to somebody? I don't know, or Sherry, you talk to them about, I don't know who does. So, and then come back in December with a,
I can talk to Julie about
but do we need to get Frank?
But we would need to, is that an interlocal agreement that we have?
it. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So I mean, I like to prepare it for your December meetings.
Yeah, so we need to prepare it for, so we'd have to let Bob know what.
And we should discuss that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
At 5% for years 2 and 3. Leave next year the same.
So it's a little less than,
That way you give them a little time to prepare for it, and then we'll get them on the back end there to make it up and get the full 10% over 3
it
years.
equals out to about 10%.
Yeah.
So next year would be the same, 16.5, and then 5% plus 5% year 2 and another 5% year 3.
Which gives you that full 3 year.
Is that what everybody's thinking?
Also takes away some of the sticker shock from them.
So is it that extra 5% on the new one or the 5% of this? So in other words, your first year,
16.5,
16. So,
26.
yeah, right. And then the second year is 17,325. That's a 5% increase. Then when you do another 5% increase, are you going to bring that up to what was 18,500, 18,150, or is it going to be 5% of that 17?
I'd do 5% of the 17, just, progressively each year, so it would be a little over 10% total more at the end of that period.
Yeah, it'd be 18,191.25.
What's that add on an extra 40 bucks?
40 bucks.
Yeah. There you go.
It's consistent though. I like consistency.
They can budget for it, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume they're satisfied with their service.
Or
So as far as for the next year, they don't have to change anything as far as their
Yeah.
budget goes, immediately. So yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Can we round it off to 190 even rather than 190?
I think that's okay.
17,325 and 18,190.
I'll put the extra dollar in the
190.
quarter.
190, okay. 190, 18,190.
Bob, does somebody here need to discuss this with Dublin? I mean,
Richard said he.
I'll talk to
you
Julie.
will, okay.
Great.
And Bob, you can put the interlocal agreement together for us. Very good.
Awesome.
Any other changes, Richard?
You want him to buy you a car?
What's that?
You want him to buy you a car?
We're gonna need one.
All right, is there any other new business that we didn't bring up? What's this? You want me to bring this
We
up?
don't want you to read it, but we,
New business,
oh yeah, he had something, remember? Joe did.
Oh, yeah.
got these are the towers, for the towers from Dixon Engineering from their inspection. And what puts us into, compliance with IDM on both towers, the one here in town and then the one out in Industrial Park.
Does this have to be done like right away, all in one or do you?
Yeah, if you look at the recommendations, priority work to meet IDM requirements, look at those. And they have prices there, estimated prices that Dixon came up with. For everything that needs done, you can see those, prices. But to bring us into compliance for Boundary Street, looking at what else we got in here? Some of the, like number 3, can do himself, but some of this other stuff is up on top of the tower that has to be done. And with the estimated prices that they had. He did leave a copy of Dixon, their, what they drew up, Bob, if you want to look at it, and what their fee would be to find a contractor, and what their fee would be.
So this summary, is this,
That full cost summary on page 2 is for cleaning and painting. If you look at up front on the priorities to meet IDM requirements, those 3 or 4 right there is what needs to be, well, 6 for the industrial park. Looking out there for that one, it's 30,000 to come into compliance. And then the rest of that fee is for fixing everything out there. And the same thing for Boundary.
So this cost summary is for both towers?
No,
That's just one tower?
each one of these is Boundary is the,
No, but you can have this one and he can give me a copy. Can you make-
no, I've got 2 here. I've got
Okay.
2 here.
I didn't
Is
see
this
a
what you
cost.
want?
I didn't see a cost.
Okay, here's that.
There is Dixon
Yes,
Engineering right
and
there.
then you give him copies.
And these are,
so I'm trying to understand what exactly the costs are to get us in compliance.
just those first,
Look at Boundary Street. So we got 2 things so
these 2 right here need to come in to be in compliance with
So
IDM.
what is that?
$4,000.
This here is everything.
But which of all this matches these two?
Let's just have one price of
It would be
$4,000.
the air tube,
Air tube, right
yeah,
here.
the air gap lugs, sealer.
This one right here.
Yes, down right there.
That's the one.
And what's one? Where's it fall over here?
That can be done in-house, except.
The in-house. Oh, that's, yes.
So on this one, what we have to is the 4,000
The
feet of
4,000,
compliance.
And then for the industrial park, it's like 30,000.
38 grand to put into the start.
There you go.
So this is 16,000.
Yeah.
This 5,000.
And then that comes in-house.
This one's in-house, to replace the screen.
And 4 is in-house.
5 is,
16.
and what's 6? Install a cover with access to there.
It's incidental to the next painting project.
That's
So there's
just
no price on it.
$69,000.
Spot cover.
That should be down there. I think that's the bottom line, pipe that comes out for the screen that goes on there.
So this mud out.
Could be, I'll have to ask him.
This is good information. I need this right now.
And we have, Dixon, they have, each one of those reports is 53 pages long We do have them on a thumb drive, if you guys want to look at them, they have video of inside the tanks, also the towers and everything that the inspection covered. Ken has those down at the water plant and this, so if we want to
When
see,
should this be done, Joe?
as soon as we can get it done.
We have budget money for this in the water. No. It's all.
I don't know,
It's coming in with water.
I mean, it's not water, so, I mean,
I mean, you're talking 4,000 here and 16, 21, 29, 30,000, $34,000.
yeah, to be in compliance with.
That has to be done.
Yes.
By when? Like now?
We have to get, we just need to get it scheduled.
Okay.
That way, they see that we're doing it, and this maintenance is being done.
Which will help you also, Jim.
Yes.
Well, I think some of the water tower stuff for the industrial park is actually part of the project, I think, out there. So I need to get some clarity on that, but I think some of that's actually in the
Yeah,
project,
part of the water project that's currently,
the phase 2
right,
project.
and it was sunrise.
Yeah.
That's all I have as far as new. I hope.
You have anything else for us?
I just have a couple questions for Bob.
Okay.
You're gonna get that scheduled then? You're gonna get this scheduled? Get this scheduled?
Do we want to, you guys want to look at that? Do we want to send that out to Dixon and have them get contractors, or just have Kim get involved and find a contractor to go up and do that? How do we want to proceed with that?
Or we have to
There's a-
pay them to do it?
Yes, and that fee is on, I don't remember what that fee was, it's on that front page, for Dixon to find, contractors to do that.
$21,000.
Leary Construction they can do it, I guess they've done it in the past, from our standing. Don't quote me on that. I'll give Ken on that, and then there's another company down in Kentucky, out of Kentucky, that does that work. That we could get a hold of, try to get a hold of. I could Ken on it.
And you need 2 bids? 2 bids?
You know, for professional services, you do that.
So I meant to get the actual bids for the work to be done.
For the work to be done, well, that's still just services by a product.
Okay.
Now, it's prudent to get more than one bid.
So at least
they're
two.
required.
At least two then.
Yeah, you can have
All right. I'll let him know.
and then
Have to do it every day, seems like, no.
All right. Richard, do you have anything for us?
I think we covered everything.
Thanks. Bob?
Nothing else.
Mike?
I think I'm good.
Jim? Sherry? I'm done. I'll accept the motion for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay.
So that actually,
Yeah. I don't think it's, you know,